What up? What up? What up? Happy game day, y'all. Las Vegas Raiders against the Baltimore Ravens happens today. Let's talk about that. So yeah, it's a big day today. Big day, big game. We're gonna have some problems with it being on TV, but I will find it. I will find it. But yeah, it's a big game today. This game is so important, even though it's just week two. It's really very important to how we finish this season and how the rest of the season goes. We lost last week. I know I was supposed to do a reaction show, but I am not good after losses, guys. Like, and then plus, it's never good to just kind of go off the instant reaction because you got to kind of take a step back and look at what happened. To who to put the blame on for real, like who to really dish out a fair amount of blame to. Now, for me, like I don't blame the coaches. I don't blame Mark Davis. I'm not blaming the city of Las Vegas. I'm not blaming. I blame Gardner Minshew for fumbling. I blame Zamir White for fumbling, and I blame Daniel Carlson for missing the kick. I mean, that's just stuff we have to do better, man. We cannot give up the ball like that. And Carlson's pretty much always money for us, and that was just shocking. So there's my better late than ever reaction. But yeah, it was frustrating because we were driving both times and we fumble the ball away, throw the ball away, ugly, ugly throwaways, ugly fumble, ugly miss kick. Can't happen. If we're gonna win, you know what I mean, we have to do a better job. So, moving on. We still got a chance. We got these Baltimore Ravens coming, and we're playing them at their home. So it's gonna be tough, man. We just have to contain that man. You have to stop him from running crazy, make him throw. He doesn't have the elite, accuracy and everything like that. So we just need to stop him, force him to his bad side, and just make, I see a lot of tip balls for interceptions this game. I really do. I see us getting some tips off some drops, and the defense needs to create some turnovers and some points because our offense looks like they're allergic to the end zone. But no, we'll figure it out. It's still early in the season, but we just have to do what we do better. We have to. Salute everybody. Afakasi salute. I'll say. I don't know if you're doing anything right now, Afakasi, but let me see. I can send you. Let me see. Let me see what we got. Yep. Yep. Did anybody see the fights last night? My favorite out of all of them, man, was the by far was the Caleb Plant fight was funny. Good fight. Good fight. Entertaining. I really liked all the fights. The Raleigh fight was okay. The Canelo fight was pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. I think I sent it to. I think I sent it. Let me look. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, I sent you a link. But yeah, there was actually something. So I just heard about this. This was during the work week, and I was talking to one of the guys that's a friend of this guy, and I told him I would do a live and I would, show some love for him. But out here in San Francisco, there's a lot of the Filipino DJs that used to rock like in the 90s and I mean the 2000s and I think early, like late 80s and stuff like that too. But there was a DJ. I don't know if you guys, anybody from like San Francisco area would probably know the name of DJ Shortcut. DJ, pretty famous DJ here in the city. But yeah, he's going through some kind of some trying times right now. So, but I'm gonna do just like a little short little segment just to kind of catch everybody up. But some have probably already heard this, but like I said, it was new to me. So here we go. Let's see.
New at 10, a popular Bay Area DJ known worldwide for being a pioneer in the industry has suffered a life-altering stroke. Now the music community and fans around the globe are rallying behind DJ Shortcut. KTVU's Betty Yu joining us in studio with his story. Betty.
Christina, DJ Shortcut has performed on some of the biggest stages around the world. He's a legendary entertainer known for his versatility and artistic skill. He's also one of the biggest Filipino-American DJs in the game. This was one of the highlights of DJ Shortcut's career, performing at the Roots Picnic, an all-star Hollywood Bowl concert in June. After returning to the Bay Area the next day, the 48-year-old Daly City native, whose name is Jonathan Cruz, suffered a hemorrhagic stroke. It left him paralyzed in one side of his body.
I've been his manager for 15 years now, but I've known him for over 25. I was in shock. I was devastated.
And to thousands of music fans around the world, DJ Shortcut, also known as Short, was a pioneer. He's a prominent member of the San Francisco DJ crew Invisible Scratch Pickles, which includes Mixmaster Mike. They introduced an art form called turntablism to the DJ world in the 90s, showcasing the artist and the turntable as an instrument.
I was a fan watching it, and then I would go home and imitate it, right? Never was as good as Short, though.
Official Warriors DJ D Sharp said Short influenced his style.
And there's also the party rocking aspect. That's what I'm birthed from. And that's what I've gotten from Shortcut. Like, he is probably one of the world's best party rockers, like, hands down.
D Sharp joined other well-known DJs and supporters at a massive benefit block party on Sunday.
Shortcut's gonna beat this. You have a lot of people that love him internationally.
His friends recently sent a mini DJ set to the hospital.
He told me he hasn't been away from turntables this long in his life. And for him to not be able to like walk up to the turntables. And then, like I'm emotional when he tells me like, I'm trying to get back into it. But, it's very hard for him right now.
Short's GoFundMe page has nearly tripled its initial goal.
He was actually in tears, just overwhelmed by the response. And as awesome as he is, he forgets that he's so revered around the world.
Yeah, it was it's kind of heartbreaking to hear, man. Like a guy that loves music, and to have that kind of hopefully temporarily taken away. It sucks. I used to do music myself. That's why I kind of touched my heart a little bit. Music is, music for everybody is different. Music, we work out to music. Some players play the music. We get pumped up to music. We clean the house to music. We do laundry to music. What I'm saying? Whatever we do, music fuels us. Thank God to the person that created music, because without music, man, we wouldn't have a lot of motivation to do a lot of the stuff that we do. I myself, I didn't DJ, but I've definitely worked with a lot of great DJs in my music career. And I appreciate just the vibe, man. Like, because one person can get a party jumping, man. One DJ can get it cracking. Like, we've had some good shows, and it's all about who you have, man, who you got, spinning them things. So, prayers to his family, prayers to, like all his friends, supporters, DJ Shortcuts, man. Like, definitely check him out. Talented dude. It sucks what's going on with him, but as we know, man, prayer can cover everything. So, We just ask God to, bring healing and bring him back to what he loves to do. DJ Shortcuts. Now, appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, so today's is a very important game. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I just want to get down to the nitty, right? And yeah, this is very important, man. This is game 2. We should have won game 1, but we didn't. So we still have a chance though, because how I'm looking at it, I'm trying to look at it. So we were expecting the Browns game to kind of be rough, but they kind of suck. So we have a chance, man. If we can pull this off, we can still be 3-1. 4 games into this thing. But if we lose today, we still have a chance of going 2-2, which at the bare minimum is what we should be, at the very minimum. And yeah, it's a tough road we have. It's always a tough road for us. But let's get back to 1-1, and just let's break it back even. Let's start back at ground zero. But let's get this win somehow, some way. This is the thing. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be gritty. But we have to do what we have to do. It's not about them. It's about what we do. Taking care of the football, not throwing the ball behind the back, around your side, over the shoulder. None of that, man. Be safe with the ball. This is not your. Sorry to say this, but you're not Mahomes. You don't have the resume to be throwing the ball away. You just got here. You know what I mean? So I get it. Maybe this is something we should have worked out a little bit longer in preseason. I'll talk about that real quick. I really feel like the way our offense has been struggling, we should play our guys in preseason. I don't get it, man. I really don't. Because, it's like we're not in rhythm. There's something off. And then that's what preseason is for. Everyone's so scared to get hurt. And you know what I'm saying? Like, but so you don't get hurt, but then you don't play to the best of your ability. So it's pretty much a waste of a season anyway, any way you look at it. So we got to be better, man. Got these damn Ravens, a playoff team. And if we want to call ourselves a playoff team, these are the teams we have to beat. We lost to the Chargers that are supposed to be worse than us. So, like our usual, we're probably going to beat the Ravens. We play up to our competition sometimes, and then sometimes we don't to our weaker competition. But this one's going to be tough. I'm not even going to lie to you and say it's going to be easy. But stopping Lamar Jackson is the key. Making him throw erratic passes is the key. And are we ready to play 4 quarters? Not just 1, 2, and then melt down for 3 and 4, but to start with that foot on that neck, force a turnover, something, get into the end zone. Don't take nothing for granted. Don't think, oh, well, go for it. Because, you might as well, if you're going to lose, you might as well go all out, But are we ready to play 4 quarters? That's something when we do it, we win. But it just seems like we have a bad habit of letting off in that second half and not making the right adjustments, not getting things fixed, not changing. I don't know. It's why we don't adjust well. Like we gave up running long runs in the second half. We didn't. There were spots. I could talk about last week all day, but I'm not going to talk about last week. Because what happened last week cannot happen this week, or we are going to get ran. It's going to be like 41-7, some crazy. But we cannot, man. We have to slow the game down. We cannot keep giving them the ball and expecting our defense, which is on paper a top, top 10, top, top 8, whatever. But you can only be good for so long, man. You can only be good for so long. Let's add a friend to the stage, man. Alpha Kasi, salute, my brother. How we doing?
What's going on, man? How are you, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'll be even better if we beat these damn Ravens.
Right.
Yeah, but we can't complain, man. Just it sucks. I'm gonna have to find the game somewhere. One of these streamers. Hell yeah.
Well, I have the international game pass, so yeah, that'd be me. I'm actually doing some night work at the moment. That's why I'm in my car. So yeah, don't have
Hell
my
yeah.
phone studio. So
Man, that's what's up.
once I finish in here, I'm going to be watching the game from my phone. So getting paid to watch the game, I'll take that as a win. Hopefully, it's
Hell yeah.
a win too on the field, right? That's the most important thing. So
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think we have to do, man, to get this win today?
look, offensively, offensive efficiency, secure the ball and score points when we get the opportunities. No mistakes, no fumbles. Um, Quarterback play has to be better. Running game, can we get our running game going? It was not efficient enough last week. I mean, every single running back was averaging under 4 yards per carry. That's not good enough. But also the run blocking needs to be better. Our offensive line needs to do their part. And yeah, get the ball to our playmakers. I mean, we need to get them the ball and get them the ball in space to be able to do some things. But yeah, offensive efficiency and execution across the board. Defensively, stop Lamar Jackson at all costs. Contain him. Get him throwing. Hopefully, he struggles getting the ball to his wide receivers because our secondary is shutting them down. Put pressure on him with our defensive line. Crosby doing Crosby things, Wilkins doing Wilkins things, but I want to see those other guys, take their shots and make some plays. You know what I mean, when they can. And coaching, no silly mistakes. No mistakes. Execution across the board.
Better execution, as our friend John Gruden would say.
Right.
Better.
I was just thinking about him just saying something.
And it's true, it's true. Like, and I'm going to forward my list and your list to AP because I think we named it all. You know what I mean? We talked about pretty much, can we stop that Ravens run? You know what I mean? Like, it's we did a pretty good job last week until we didn't. You know what I mean? Until we just kind of let them loose. But it was kind of like broken plays. So we just have to, that's the thing. We just have to be focused until the whistle blows. It can't be, like, oh, they got him, because there was a lot of plays like that too, where everyone was expecting people just to make the tackle. But I mean, it's end of the game, man. We punch something out, something, you know what I mean? Don't just watch. Like, we need all hands on deck, like Coach AP said, and making Lamar throw on the go. I think that's our best chance. I was telling him earlier, I feel like I could see a lot of balls getting pretty much like batted in the air, and then that's where we can kind of get our interceptions in. So I'm hoping, man, we can be aggressive. We can show him something. We could get some blitzers that'll just kind of, take him out of his element and get the offense going, Getsy. We need you to do what you do. We've had questions about Getsy and this offense and stuff like that. So I definitely want to see him kind of throw some extras out there. Like, I want to see Trey Tucker with the ball in his hand more. I know you've heard me talk about it, but McAllister, I would put McAllister in even as a decoy, just to take the defense's eyes off what the offense is trying to do, and just send him on some sweeps or some fake sweeps, just so it gives another element that they have to watch for. I feel like we didn't do enough screens, because that's the thing, when every problem has a counter. Like, when the line was getting to us, we should have been running screens. If they're going to be aggressive like that, okay, well, let them come, and we're going to just hit them with screens. You know what I mean? There's a counter for everything, and it's just like we just chose to kind of be stubborn and we're just going to run our offense.
Sorry, I'm in a dodgy part of town, so I just had to.
Oh no,
I had a few people walking past making some loud noise. But anyways, you're talking the screen game. I thought they called too many screens last
You think
week.
so? Yeah, I can't even remember. I just remember 2 off top, and then
And
after
every single one of however many we did, none of them worked.
Yeah.
So I guess like maybe a happy medium to what you're trying to say is pick your spots where you're gonna call the screen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't know. It seemed that they tried to go to the well too many times, and I said this on my morning show yesterday. Like when I think about it, since I've been a fan, we've never been a good team at running screens.
Mm-mm.
They tend to get blown up
Charlie
more
Garner
than
was
not.
the last good screen runner that I remember. Like just
Well, I'm thinking back to when I started, like since 2009.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Like the amount of times I see them calling screens and it just gets blown up in the backfield is like 80% to 20% of it working. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, because I know in the second half that I remember, I didn't remember seeing any because we used it, of course, in the beginning, first half, and then it just looked just anemic on that second
All I
half.
remember is that like every time I saw them call a screenplay, it did not work.
Yeah, the Tucker one, the first one, was good, and it's like it just seems like they went away from it because he broke I think for 10 plus whatever on that first one, and then after that, yeah, pretty
What's up,
much
D
sucked.
Menace?
Yeah, but getting Devontae, that's the thing. I want to get them involved early. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get them. Well, it seems like that's when they kind of do the best is at those first, that first quarter. Get them kind of, get them the ball in their hands so they get into that rhythm early.
Who's 16?
Oh, Jacoby Myers.
Oh, Jacoby Myers. Okay.
Yeah,
No, it goes back to when you asked me the question. What I was trying to say is get our playmakers the ball and give them the ball. Try to get them the ball in space to be able to do what they do best.
yeah, yeah. Definitely. I even like Myers doing the screens. You know what I mean? Just somebody because he can make people miss. I remember we were talking about that play where they did the back-to-back screens in preseason. It was, I think, Myers and then Wilkerson tried to do the same thing and ran right into the tackler.
I
Yeah,
think
but
I
we got
remember what you're talking about.
yeah, we got to get vertical too. We have to stretch this field because like we can't let them stack up on us. And what makes it hard is our running game. You know what I mean? They're just gonna try to take that out of the game and force Minshew to be pretty much the same thing like we're trying to do to them. We're trying to force Lamar to pass. They're gonna try to force Minshew to pass and try to get some turnovers like that. So we have to find a way to run this ball, and then that's on Pierce, man. Like if you know Zamir, like we know Zamir is not the guy. Shift some things around, bro. Like that's why you're being paid to coach. Shift some things around. Try some things to see if it works. It can't get no worse. You know what I mean? It's not like the running game is going to get any worse, but there's a system that'll work. We just have to find it. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to rise Zamir, but we already know this. And it's like I guess they feel like they're responsible to make sure that he gets, the ball. But I mean, man, do what the team needs. Like, let's see. You got Amir here, Amir Abdullah. Try that. See something, just something different. Just we don't owe anything to Zeus White. We really don't. We owe it to this team. You know what I mean? Like, so just find the way that works.
I agree with you. And look, I'm as loud of a critique as anybody when it comes to Zamir White, but at the same time, like you're saying, we know what he is. Like I as much as I do not believe he's the guy, and I'm not confident in the guy, I don't know that unequivocally yet. I'm still giving him a chance. You know what I mean? Like that first game, week 1, not impressive. You know what I mean? Can he bounce back? Possibly. I don't know. Like we'll wait and see. I'm not going to just completely say as much as I might think it now that he sucks. Like and full stop. You know what I mean? Like he still has time to be able to prove because he did that at the end of last year. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. But yeah, like I'm right there with you. If he's not working out, put in these other cats like Alexander Madison. Like he was a little bit more productive and ran with a bit more urgency when he was given the chance last week. So if you're talking about riding out with the hot hand, then do as you say and reward the guys who are producing a little bit more than say if your starter's not getting the job done. I also didn't forgot to touch up on, like, when you were asking you about keys, is defensively we need to stop the run. I mean, we did a good job for the most part last week, but do not leak out these big runs, these chunk runs, and put them in field position to be able to score, so to say. I don't want to see that this week if we can manage to do so.
Definitely. I think we do, as a team, we do better against these bigger backs, but it's those scat backs that kind of give us that. So at least he's big and he's losing that speed, because man, he used to be just as fast as these little, these little
You're talking
running
about,
backs.
Henry.
Yeah. So I like that he's a bigger back and he's not, he's just it's gonna be a day. We're gonna have a day trying to stop him, but at least I think we have a better chance with him.
Well, let's not totally write him off, because when we say these things and then he comes out and has the game of his friggin' life.
Goes for
So let's
220.
not speak that into position.
He goes 220, 12 carries for 230
Remember
yards.
Doug Martin back in the day?
I'm telling you, man, like I don't know. I see this being a game of turnovers. I really do. I feel like it's gonna be tip balls, and it's just gonna be whoever can, we gotta score.
Do you think our secondary is going to make a play this week? Like they made a play. I mean, that was a bright spot last week in my personal opinion, is the secondary proving to be as advertised a strength. I didn't notice any of them getting beat, and for me they did their job. My only thing, I guess, would be nice if we can get we almost had a turnover if it had been ruled like it was like incomplete or whatever. It was an incomplete pass to Trayvon Morig, but hopefully we can get an interception to the house. Would be nice. But
yes,
a turnover.
That's what I definitely tell this defense, man. I think you guys might have to kind of, until the offense catches up and kind of gets on the same page, because the thing is, we have the weapons. It's just we have to somehow, some way get it to them, get the ball out of Minshew's hands and get it to the playmakers. Brock, it was good to see Brock, like you were talking about with the DBs. I was good to see Bennett breaking up some plays. You know what I mean? It was good to see. So I mean,
Bennett is looking good.
Yeah. And the runs that the defense kind of gave up, man, I mean, I'm pretty sure they were tired. You know what I mean? We definitely have to do a better job on offense of keeping them off the field.
Another shout out for the secondary. Nate Hobbs was the one who chased him down. Remember, what's their running back's name?
DK or Dobbins. DK, is it DK Dobbins?
Yeah, Dobbins, whatever.
Yeah.
So he broke free. I think I think it was Diablo kind of was out of position, and he was scampering, for a touchdown. And if it wasn't for Nate Hobbs making, not giving up on the play and chasing him down, so another positive note for the secondary. So yeah, I'm really pleased with what they have, especially when you take in consideration they were all very young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a young, very talented secondary, which it's been a while since we've said that the secondary is a strength of the team, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. So
not like strength, but a strength.
Yeah. It's something that we have to look forward to, and it's just like I'm it just sucks that it feels like sometimes we're riding this defense, just waiting for this offense just to kind of come alive, and it is yet to do so. But hopefully, that's what I'm saying. One of these years, man, we're gonna surprise some people, and it's just gonna be, we're gonna be able to do everything that we've been saying that this team is able to do. But I'm so tired of us being used to the same old thing, the same old. But I hope. See, the thing is, with the turnovers, that's how we lost last week. So I just hope Minshew, as a veteran, can just learn from those mistakes. Zeus, that's the thing with Zeus. Why I say, we kind of know what Zeus was. This was his struggles, the fumbles, and him running into the back of the lineman's butt. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for the most part, it was him fumbling because we already have a negative opinion towards Zeus. So it's kind of like, there's somebody that you don't like, but you're letting them come over. And then you're like, bro, you don't really have enough grace to be messing up in here. You know what I mean?
He's a very polarizing figure because, like, before the season, there's some in the Raider community that think he's the next big thing, like making all kinds of bold predictions about Zamir White, and they ride with him till the wheels fall off. And then there's others like me, you, Raider
Mhm.
Ben's another one. Shout out to him, who just don't see it with this guy. And
Yeah.
yeah, like he's a very polarizing back. Yeah.
Like without the fumble, that was a good run. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like it's the end
Right.
result. Because
Right.
remember the play before that was supposed to be was the alleged hold on Michael Mayer, which was
Michael
BS.
Mayer. Yeah.
Yeah, which was BS. Even the announcers were like, I don't see a
Right.
hold.
Yeah, it was. But at the end of the day, like, because he did that last year as well, where he made a nice run, like the first run of like nice run that he had for the game. I can't remember who was it against, but like he was struggling and then he finally broke off and then
Yeah.
he fumbles the ball. Like it doesn't matter what you did before that. Like the full stop
Yeah.
is you fumbled the ball. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we can't have that.
Yeah.
Zamir White still has twice as many fumbles as he does touchdowns. That needs to be a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so I just want to go back to this play because I know when I seen it, I was just like, oh my God, just of course. Was the Minshew fumble.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, because I just at the moment, because it was kind of like we were driving things, and then what sucked the most that it was first down. You know what I mean? That's the part that just got me. I would have okay on fourth down, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. But first down,
Right.
you know what I mean?
And
Like
we're
it's just
moving down the field at a pretty steady rate, and we're in good position to be able to come away with points.
yeah.
You know, again, like I said, like costly turnovers at key intervals of the game, because both of them happened when we were driving down the field. The game was in our favor, so to say. We were winning with the Minshew play happen, and we had a chance to turn the momentum into our favor when
Yeah.
Zamir White fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
And another key point of interest with the game being that with Carlson missing his field goal as well. That's another thing like that needs to be better. Like Carlson, I'm going to give him concessions. He's been money man Carlson for the most part during his Raider tenure, but you've got one job, so make sure you execute that when your number is called.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what because everybody was kind of the coach and the Getsy and stuff like. I'm like, Getsy didn't make him throw the damn ball to the side, or he did, but he didn't. He did, but he didn't like that. You know what I
The
mean? And I'm like,
execution was on that particular play that was Minshew, but like at the same time, like as bad and ugly as it was, like sometimes these things happen. Like you play sport, sometimes the ball slips out of your hand or whatever. Like I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm just saying sometimes these things happen. You know what I mean? Like it sucks.
Yeah.
We can't let that happen again. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it just for you, like I know for me, it was like just typical. You know what I mean? It's just like it sucks. It just sucks because I was like, here we go. It just like it just feels like it was and I know it wasn't on purpose, but just sometimes it's just like, are we cursed as a friend? You know what I mean? Just like, why does this stuff happen to us? Nobody else is throwing side balls, but. Yeah, but he I'm pretty sure he's heard it all week too. Minshew's heard it, and I'm pretty sure he's going to clean things up and get put his best foot forward out there.
I hope he has the game of his life, if I'm going to be honest, because there's a lot of noise being made about him. I mean, the media press conference where the mics were left on, and his own media were trashing him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For me, I hope he goes out there and balls out.
Yeah, I got a bold prediction because you reminded me of that too. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they were, that's and I just hope the team rallies around him too, because in moments like that, that's who's going to lift you up is your teammates. Your teammates aren't going to let that go down. And what I remember, what the game that kind of comes to mind is that Charger game, the barbecue chicken game, how they all kind of came together and decided they weren't going to lose that game. So this might be a we might play right. We might play this
Right.
game right here.
Well, we're
I
going to
really
be
hope so.
pissed off because there's a lot of, I mean, even Crosby, like hearing all week that like that young cat from the Chargers had his number for the most part in week one. So you know,
Yeah.
and like when I think about it, like, well, you know, Crosby did show up, but like he didn't exactly like, you know, this rookie held his own. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to keep
Yeah.
it a bean. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
He got a sack. Was that? But it wasn't off him though, huh? Was it off the other side? Because he did get a
I'm not
sack, but
sure.
I
Like,
think
look, he still played well,
Mhm.
but like he wasn't like total domination, so to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Khalil Mack having 5 sacks against us like last year, kind of
Yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully we can get this line fixed because maybe. But see the thing, I was gonna give the line the I guess the blame for Zeus, but I know you seen the play where he ran into the back of the lineman. Like there was 2 holes.
I saw that without like having to go back and watch the game. Like that
Yeah.
was that the first or second run he had of the game? Like I just
I-
remember it was early
yeah.
in one of his first carries. It was the glaring thing that I saw. Like he just sprinted right into their butts. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I'm like, oh shoot, there's 2 holes. All he has to do is cut back, or you know what I'm saying, or just get to the outside. And then man, he said, no, I'll just choose back here. Bam.
right.
Yeah, but we'll see. Like I said, it was game 1. I was kind of worried about that game anyway, because it's just we don't know what to expect from them. They don't know what to expect from us. And as we kept it close, but then you start to see where Herbert start getting into that rhythm, and you start kind of cooking a little bit. Yeah. But they have a lot of injuries too, coming into this. We're pretty well, besides our, defensive ends, but I kind of want to see something shake out on the defensive end side anyway, because Kuntz, I know, yeah, it sucked that the timing of the injury sucked, but Kuntz isn't really a game changer because, like, with him getting
I
hurt.
don't know, man. He was making
Yeah.
some game-changing
Yeah.
plays like that second half of last season. So,
Yeah, but I mean, because
it's a shame.
I seen us kind of step, looking for another defensive end through this next draft anyway. Because you always got to get better. Because I mean, yeah, he's good, but we can always kind of get better.
So you've already written off Tyree.
Well, his body wrote itself off. You know what I mean? So it's just the way it goes. Next man up. And I like Janarius Robinson. I kind of want to see what he does too.
I like him and Snowden. I at least feel like they're going to give you hustle and they're going to give you effort. You know what I mean? And that's something that like I wanted to see from Tyree at the very least. But just because they're going to give you hustle and effort, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be productivity. Like, I did notice there was a run stuff for a loss by Snowden, but I do want to see that one of these 2 cats like capitalize on the attention that Wilkins and Crosby are going to be garnering from the other side of the line. So I hope that they can, look, I'm not asking them to get 3-4 sacks, but like just like Charles Snowden did last game. He got a run stuff for a loss. Like just 1 or 2 of them or a sack, one between the 2 of them. Like that for me is a job well done.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a good job in that win against them. Like we did a good job getting to him, and we forced that wonderful fumble that gave us that chance to win that game. So it just has to be more of that. I mean, in my opinion, he hasn't gotten better. I feel like if anything, not that the decline is here, but I feel like the fastest Lamar Jackson was the younger days, and because he's gone through injuries, he's gone through a lot of stuff, so he's not saying he's slow. Oh, I want to say what, 27, 29, something like that. 20.
When was he drafted? It doesn't seem like it was that long ago he was drafted, like 2019 or 2018.
Ooh, I want to say 18,
I'll be
maybe
right back.
20.
I'm gonna go have a look.
Yeah, I want to say 20. Yeah, you might be right. 2018. Well, shit, 6 years.
Damn, I tried to Google Lamar Jackson. I Googled Lamar Odom.
Oh, damn. What does he do with his life now? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I was thinking of what's his name, Odom, or what's the guy?
That's the basketball player. The guy used to be, what was it, married to Kim Kardashian? All right, 2018 he was drafted.
Yeah, 2018. So
Okay,
six
so
six
he's
years.
20, he's 27. I mean,
Okay, 27.
those mid to late 20s is when like NFL players are usually around their peak, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I just remember he was, because all the highlights and stuff like that. Yeah, he still has them, but I think he was more electrifying, like his first few years. But then now they try to make him a passer, so he's trying to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I just hope he keeps on passing because I love his passing.
Right. Well, and like I said, like, I have much confidence in our secondary, like our top three corners, as well as Morrig. I think he's one of the better safeties in the league, or he's establishing himself as that. Marcus Epps, I mean, he's solid at the very least.
Yeah.
Sometimes he gets criticized, but it's a secondary room I'm happy with.
Yeah.
I guess the only question mark is like the next man up. Like our depth will be tested if one of those guys goes down, like in the cornerback room. Like, I feel like we have depth at safety, but after our top three corners, it's a little shaky. I mean, I think Sam Webb would be the next man up. He just got elevated from the practice squad, and at this point in time, I'm more confident in him than the other guys like DeCam Richardson, who I do like as a prospect, but he needs time.
Yeah.
That Darnay Holmes guy, like I don't know too much about him, so I can't. I mean, from the like when I looked at his stats when he was signed, like he looks like he was drafted in the same round as Amik Robertson, has the same kind of measurables, almost has the same kind of stats. The only knock on him is that like his discipline. I think he was one of the most penalized corners in the league in that period of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I am super excited about Sam Webb. I know it's like, he's one of our, bad guys, but I actually like Sam Webb, and I feel like he gives.
Sam Webb. I don't mind
Yeah.
him. I mean, look, he's not a player who like lights the house on fire, but like he does the little things. You know what I mean? He does his part. I like him as a dime guy. As more than that, I don't know, but hopefully we don't find out. Like as that fourth or fifth guy, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I definitely like him as that 4, because it's kind of like he would be where Amik was. You know what I mean? Like he would be that fill-in role for that, which is good because remember we said at worst case that would be Jacorian's spot. Like if he can't figure out how to be the number 2, then we just need you to be that number 4 guy until we can get our number 2.
And to me, like he's definitely proving to me, and the other naysayers, because I was heavily critical. I don't know if you remember, like name one person who was more critical of Jacorian Bennett than I was last season. Yeah. But like I'm not one of those guys who likes to come out and say, yeah, I told you so. You know what I mean? I would rather like be proven wrong with things that are going to be beneficial for the Raiders. Like with Jacorian Bennett establishing himself as that outside corner, as that number 2. For me, that's a big win. And I'm happy to be wrong if he continues the trend to prove that he is that guy, as the opposite to Jack Jones, who for me, like I have endorsed on many occasions to be hopefully the heir apparent to the cornerback void that we've been looking for since Nnamdi Asomugha. You know what I'm saying? Like that true lockdown, shutdown corner that will be on our roster for years to come, locking people down, like to continue the legacy, because we had a very good legacy of lockdown, shutdown corners up until Nnamdi with guys like Woodson and guys in the past. You know what I mean? Like during the Raider glory days, it's just since Nnamdi, we just haven't been able to find the guy. And I truly believe in my heart, Jack Jones will prove to be that guy.
Yeah, even having Nate Hobbs too, like him and Nate, Oh, I'm so
right?
appreciative just to have
And
two
they feed
solid
off each
pieces.
other too, don't they? I
Yeah,
love that. Yeah.
yeah.
And
That's
even Jacorian Bennett, like Jacorian Bennett seems to be a more reserved kind of guy, but like I think like the energy from Nate and Jack Jones is kind of infectious and it builds him up, so to say. Do you remember seeing that footage in training camp where like, Jacorian Bennett's just humbly talking to the camera, walking off the field, and then Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs comes over and starts like geeing him up and
yeah,
hyping him up, like trying to get him out of his
yeah.
shell, so to say. So I think that infectious energy is bringing it the best out of Jacorian Bennett.
Yeah, see, we just need that on that offensive side. We need somebody just like because like
So
Devontae is kind of reserved. You know what I mean? Like when he's not really. I mean, he gets. I don't know. It's hard to say. He gets fired up, but not like I don't know. It's we need that fire starter.
like an
You know? What I'm
infectious energy, like a like
Yeah,
a Jack Jones and a Nate Hobbs.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
like for KC, it's like Kelsey, get fired up. Tyreek Hill back when he was, there used to be these ones that would get it going and just you would feed off their energy and that, and our team for
right.
the most part is quiet. Like the offense, like Jacoby Myers, quiet dude, you know what I mean? Like most of our guys are quiet, but we do need that fiery player, man, to get it going. And that's what
I think
Minshew was so hopefully can do.
I think in time, if Dylan Lorby pans out, because I don't
Mhm.
expect him to do much of anything in his first season. Like it seems pretty obvious to me after preseason. He needs time to develop, and I'm going to give him that time. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we're giving Sincere McCormick 3 seasons, and he's still in our
Yeah,
practice squad. So surely we
yeah,
can give Dylan Lorby some time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I could see him like if he starts to produce on the field, being that kind of guy. You know what I mean? Because he's such an infectious, funny cat off the field, and I think
Yeah.
that would translate over if he can be a productive player on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see his dance off videos?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did.
I
Everyone
was
did.
like, well, this
That's
kid. But yeah,
funny.
I do like his energy, man. And I just once he kind of bulks up a little bit, just adds a little bit weight, then I'll be comfortable with him being out there and just like, yeah, because I just don't want him to get knocked around and then the
Right.
ball get knocked out. Ugh.
There was just so much unrealistic expectation with him before the season. Like I just, unfortunately, I didn't want to be. How do I say this? Like I saw it for what it was. I was like, look, he's a fourth round, sorry, a sixth round guy from a small school.
Mhm.
Like to me, it's foolish to expect that this guy is going to be all this and be productive right from the jump. He's going to need time.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, like in preseason, he proved that was the case, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to give him concessions to just sit back, work on your body, work on your craft, learn the speed of the game, and then when you're ready to make an impact, hopefully you do that.
Yeah. Seem like a Danny Woodhead or you know what I mean? Like just kind of one of those kind of players. Danny
Right.
Woodhead did
We'll be
this
right back. Give me a minute.
scandalous one time. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. So but yeah, Brock Bowers, I like what I've seen out of Brock. Definitely want to see more. I want to see some more Mayor too. But yeah, Brock, definitely think of Brock because everyone's gonna be keying in on Devontae for these third downs, right? So let's hit him with the Brock treatment. Put that Brock on him. You know what I mean? But just something. We have to have a go-to on these third downs. It can't be this. We're just gonna hope that this goes right because that's what it looks like, man. When we had that third and one, fourth and one, and we couldn't get it. Excuse me, early in the game. It can't be that. We have to go to our go-tos where our bread and butter plays, where these work every time we use this. This is our go-to. We should have 5 of those per game. Like when we need these fourth downs, third downs, we should go to these comfortable plays that work every time. And we shouldn't be looking stupid. That's the thing. We shouldn't be looking like we don't know what we're doing on offense. We have to practice these. Well, this is what practice is for. Practice these late game, third and shorts, third and ones. That's what we get stuck in all the time. It's third and 1, third and 4. Not a third and 7, not a third and 5, not a third and 8, third and 12. But these third and ones are the ones that are killing us. My bad. I was just ranting a little bit.
No. I was listening. I just had to go for a short drive. the game's going to start in what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. I'm gonna let everybody go because I don't want to. We got bigger fish
Well,
to fry.
we still got 5 minutes. Yeah, it's funny. Like I said this last night. Like, someone was complaining about the. I've heard a few people complaining about like having to get up earlier for the game, being that it's a 10 o'clock start for people on the West Coast.
Mhm.
Oh, heaven forbid having to get up at 10 a.m. for the game. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not like you have to get up at 1 fucking a.m. in the morning to watch the game.
My cat's trying to say the game's about to come on.
But you feel me? You feel me,
Looked
Jason?
like he was. Yeah, hey, I actually, for my anxiety, for my Raider anxiety, I love morning games better because it's like, imagine a nighttime game for me is the worst because it's like the build up, like the excitement,
Right.
the nerves and everything like that. So I appreciate the morning because we can, as soon as I get up, we can get it in, and I don't have to stress it and stuff like that. It's here already. You know what I mean? But the 1 o'clock games are
I'm just saying,
semi-stressful.
like, I find it funny that people are complaining about it when it's like, I'm getting up at 1 a.m. to watch the games. Try that, you know what I'm saying? On a
Exactly.
consistent basis.
Yeah, I would have sent you one too. I didn't know you were going to be up, so I was like, because I know when I do them like a little bit later, I'm like, 9 o'clock is a little bit. Glad you were able to come, man. Oh, and
Yeah.
while I have you here, Alpha Kasi, I want to say I was wrong. I was wrong. Remember we talked about the Aiden Minshew, and I really felt like Aiden kind of had the upper hand, and I was kind of set in that, and Minshew ended up, coming through. So, I was wrong. I did not see that coming at all, but you were right. You called it.
Did I?
I mean, you did, but hey, we could say you didn't.
Well, look, at the end of the day, like, neither of the two guys grabbed the bull by the horn in preseason, but like, whoever it was that was going to take that job, look, I'm going to get behind him. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you share that same sentiment too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. I mean, whoever was going to be the guy, let's get behind him. Let's back him and hope he succeeds, rather than like, because my guy didn't become quarterback, I'm gonna hope he fails just so I can come out and say I told you so. Yeah, I know a few people like that on the scene, and it just makes no sense to me. It's like you're rooting for this guy's downfall so it can be detrimental to our Raiders. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, that's why I hope Minshew balls out today. Let's keep him off his back, O-line. Let's keep him up and upright, and let's see some of that Minshew magic.
Right? So,
yeah. So last keys, defense get some TDs for the offense until they can figure it out, and no damn turnovers, no sidewinders, no behind the backs, no Jason Kidd type passes, no Jason Williams behind the backs, none of that. Let's play football, just regular football.
Well, if you're gonna do it and it works, that would be nice.
Yeah. I guess he didn't practice that one enough, so we're gonna. And Zeus, hold on to that ball, but we stay aggressive. Stay aggressive. I will not be mad if we lose every game as long as we're being aggressive. We're not playing like pansies out there. So.
Come on, Zamir. You look like Tarzan. Play like Tarzan.
Yeah, that's what I say. Show them muscles, man. Show them muscles to the ones that it matters to those defenders.
Right. Hold on to the ball, baby boy.
Yep. Afakasi, the Raider legend. It was great having you on the show today.
I don't know about legend, but I appreciate you, Jason.
Definitely.
You have yourself a good Raider football day, and everyone in the chat. Hopefully, the next time we come together, we can be in celebration rather than in a down mood. So I'm not going to speak that into existence. But just win, baby, by any means. Raider Nation for life. Wins, lose, a tie. You know what time it is? It's Raider Nation till I die. All right. Peace, Jason. I'll catch you on the
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, brother. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Raider Nation, it is time. It is time to get in those Raven cheeks. So here we are. Game time. Appreciate you guys coming through, man. It's always a pleasure to be here in front of you guys. Hopefully I can come back at 1 o'clock with a how we won video, or it's going to be probably a MIA Raider Nation Jason video due to him being upset and depressed and not able to get out of bed. But no, no, but we will talk about it at 1. I hope we can talk about a win at 1. So yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get in them cheeks. Put Lamar Jackson down, stop the run. Minshew, keep the ball in your hands. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's go.